Welcome to E-News Zimbabwe. This is a platform where you get real entertainment news happening here in Zimbabwe. In other shocking turn of events, Zimbabwean government is now demanding money from content creators. Yes, they are now demanding money from content creators. The money that they are earning on social media. Some of you might be wondering what is shocking about this. What's shocking about this? Well, the shocking part about this whole situation is that Zimbabwe is not monetized on Facebook. Yes, Facebook does not have monetization in Zimbabwe. That's why many people on social media are currently in shock after they heard that the Zimbabwean government is now demanding the money from the people on social media. They're saying, how come they're demanding money from content creators, yet Facebook does not pay content creators? Those of you who don't know, yes, Facebook does not pay Zimbabwean content creators. No. If there is anybody in Zimbabwe who is earning money on Facebook, they are actually violating Facebook policies. Yes, they are violating Facebook policies. How do they do that? Most of them, for example, let me just give you an example. Like Madam Purse, for example, she earns money on Facebook, but she's in Zimbabwe, right? So what they do, most of them, they put somebody outside of the country, like in an eligible country like South Africa, USA, UK, Canada, wherever. So they put an admin from those countries. Like, for example, Madam Boss, she can put a sister who's in UK or anybody so that they can be able to change the location. That's how they earn money, most of them. Well, you can't blame them. I mean, things are tough in Zimbabwe, so people have to get paid anyway. They have to try any means. So if somebody in Zimbabwe is creating content and they have somebody outside, I mean, they can just ask that person to be admin and change location and everything so that they can start getting paid. That's how most of them are making money. But in reality, they're actually violating Facebook policy. Now, when the Zimbabwean government is now demanding money from these people, the same money that they're getting through violating Facebook policy, does that mean that the government of Zimbabwe is now participating in these shenanigans, in these things of taking money that is from violations? Some are saying it's a fraud money, but we don't know. You can tell us if it's fraud or let's say it's fraud money. Does that mean the government of Zimbabwe wants a piece of this fraud money? I mean, many people are currently confused about the whole situation. Because to be honest, if the government of Zimbabwe was honest about the whole situation, they were supposed to say Facebook does not pay us here in Zimbabwe. So if you are making money on Facebook, you are actually committing a crime. How come you are making money on Facebook? We don't want to be known as people who do fraud or scams or something like that. So what you're doing is wrong. But instead, they are demanding the same money people are getting through violations. They know that Facebook does not pay content creators in Zimbabwe. Anyway, we want you to know that this does not apply to Zimbabweans who are creating content outside of Zimbabwe. No, this is for those who are staying in Zimbabwe and who are creating content in Zimbabwe. But if you are a content creator, you stay outside of Zimbabwe, you are not affected. You are not affected by this. You don't owe them anything. But if you are in Zimbabwe, And we heard that the Zimbabwean government is demanding 15% of the money that you are earning. For example, Madam Boss said she's earning 20,000 from Facebook, so which means the Zimbabwean government will be getting $3,000 from Madam Boss. They want $3,000 from Facebook. But I think Facebook is going to be shocked if they hear that Zimbabwean government is demanding money from Zimbabwean content creators. Facebook is going to be shocked because they're going to say, how come the Zimbabwean government is demanding money from Zimbabwean content creators, yet we do not pay the Zimbabwean content creator? So what is happening? They're going to start to think, is there scam or fraud happening in Zimbabwe? Because as far as we're concerned, we do not pay Zimbabwean content creator. I'm sure the Facebook is going to be shocked to hear that Zimbabwean government is demanding money from content creators, yet they do not pay content creators in Zimbabwe. We hope this thing of Zimbabwean government demanding money from content creators who are earning money from Facebook, we hope it won't cause problem in the future with Facebook. Yeah, because Facebook might say, how come you are demanding money from your people, like tax money from your people, yet we are not monetized in Zimbabwe? They are currently talking with Facebook, trying to get monetization. So when they hear that they are demanding money, they'll be like, how are demanding what money? because Facebook does not send money to Zimbabwean content creators. No, they don't. We don't know what you think about this, but many people right now are just are failing to understand this. And before we end this video, we just want to say, please keep your income private. No matter what happens in life, whether you are a business person or you are whatever you do, keep keep your income a secret. Musangoudza vanhu vese kuti yeye ndotambira mari yakati, ndotambira mari yakati. Keep it a secret. Some are saying the whole situation was triggered by Madam Boss. She exposed that she's earning $20,000 on Facebook, something like that. And they were like, oh my God, we need that money. If Zimbabwe was monetized, this Zimbabwean government was not supposed to even demand this money. Because Facebook, in order to pay you, they need a tax number. They need your country's tax number so that they can send whatever that is balance they're supposed to send. Now they can't do that because Zimbabwe is not monetized. But anyway, guys, we don't know what you think about this whole situation. We're going to see how it's going to play out, but I'm sure Facebook is definitely going to be shocked that the government of Zimbabwe is demanding money from content creators in Zimbabwe, yet they do not pay Zimbabwean content creators. There is no monetization, so they will probably know that there's fraud or scam or violation that is happening in Zimbabwe. Guys, we don't know what you think about this, but the whole thing is just not making sense to a lot of people on social media. But you have heard yourself, the Zimbabwean government is now demanding money from content creators. And some people on social media were saying this government is failing to create jobs for the people. Most of the people are unemployed. There are no jobs. People are now trying to make some little money, some money on Facebook. They want that money. They want a little share of that little money they are making. Some people are very much not happy with what situation that these people are doing. You know, on YouTube, it's understandable because YouTube definitely is monetized in Zimbabwe. You can be monetized here in Zimbabwe if you're on YouTube. Yes, it's understandable. And at the same time, we don't know why they are demanding money as well, because in order for you to get paid on YouTube, you must have a tax number. The tax number is from these same people who are demanding this. So we don't know, guys. The whole thing is just, we don't know. Anyway, we don't know what you think about the whole situation, but the Zimbabwean government is now demanding money from content creators. But the shocking part about the whole situation is that they're demanding Facebook money, but Facebook does not pay content creators in Zimbabwe. Those who are doing so, they're actually violating Facebook policies. So regardless of that, Zimbabwean government is demanding the money from them. They call it tax. Good people, thank you so much for watching. This has been A News Zimbabwe. Till next time, it is goodbye.